This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
Well, speaking of one of the players that'll be out there, Jameson Williams. Okay. I heard a quote today, and it did not sound like J-Mo. I don't know what happened all season. It's been kind of like, he's quiet, let his work do the talking. And then he just comes out and drops this bomb. All right. And he just straight up says, out of the whole NFL, I want to have the most receiving yards and touchdowns. Like, just straight up zero. Hey, I'm just going to let it be known right now. I want to have the most receiving yards and touchdowns. Which I love. I love this. Is it true? No. But I love that. I love the fact that that's what he wants. Like, that's what you want out of your wide receiver. What is he? Wide receiver 2 to be an absolute killer. So I don't mind it.
That's like a wide receiver 1 mindset. So now you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver 1, Jameson Williams, wide receiver. Like, you have the mindset of 2 wide receiver 1s on their foot. This is what's crazy to me. Like, this is already a top 5 offense in the NFL for 2 straight seasons. And now you're adding a Jameson Williams where a lot of people, let's just be honest and say it how it is. A lot of people were calling him Jameson Williams a bust. And was saying that, hey, Jamo's not going to be anything. Like, yeah, he's just going to go out there. No, like, Jameson Williams, fellas, is about to have an absolute year. And like, there was a conversations we've had. It's like, well, how does he even do it? Like, you have so many weapons. Where do the numbers come from? They're going to find the numbers. Like, look over in Miami when you have Tyreek Hill essentially putting up 2,000 receiving yards, and you still have Jalen Waddle at 1,000. Like, that's essentially what it's going to be with the Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jameson Williams. And then that's not even talking about the running backs, but like, that's what it's going to be. Like, I think J-Mo, I feel like the hype just keeps building and building, but Klotz and I feel like we've said this a few times. This is just a guy to where he can get 4 or 5 touches in a game, which he will get more. But even if he just got 4 or 5 touches, those touches will go for 80 to 100 yards. Like, that's the type of player he is. And especially with some confidence getting built up, those yards are going to get more and more and more. Like, I posted actually his Alabama highlights the other day, and those Alabama highlights, like, his confidence is so high. And he just touches the ball and he goes for 80 yards. And it's just like, that's what he's been doing in training camp. Is he's just been, every time he touches the ball, it's going for 40 yards, 60 yards, 20 yards. Like, it's unbelievable what he's about to do.
I mean, NFL executives are familiar with him. ESPN came out with this pick, NFL breakout player of this season. NFL executives think it's Jameson Williams. Okay, so it's not just Lions fans; it's around the NFL. He's got huge expectations. So there's no denying that. And I'm going to play this clip of Jahmyr Gibbs, and I have a question for you guys, and I want you guys to answer. But let's hear from Jahmyr Gibbs first. This is posted on the Lions X account, and it was him just speaking about J-Mo. So let's hear from Jahmyr Gibbs.
I feel really good about it, especially J-Mo, like you said. I can't wait to see him. He's been, lights out throughout the whole offseason and coming into practice today, So I'm excited to see him. I feel really good.
Hey, guys, I interrupted today's video to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, and that is BetUS. Currently, BetUS is offering you a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits for up to $2,000. Now, terms and conditions apply. Please bet responsibly. Link will be in the description. Sign up using our link. And with the football season coming around, Detroit Lions fans, you want to make some extra money. Well, there are lines that are currently out there that I like. For example, and I'll show you this one. Aiden Hutchinson is plus 1,200 to win Defensive Player of the Year. If I'm telling you right now, that is favorable. Good odds on a player that is expected to have a monster year. Only on BetUS.com. Check it out. Let's get back to the video. And even this comment.
That was a lot. He really said a lot there. That's on me.
In this comment, the Purple Prince, I think within his quote, he even acknowledged that he won't have a lot of touches, so he wants to put in a lot of yak. He did say that. I just want to make sure I add that. He wants to get a lot more yak yards. Like, one catch, dude can take for 40. He can get a 40-yard catch. So that makes perfect sense. I want to ask you guys, for at least this Sunday, what's game 1 got to look like to you guys? For you guys, and chat, feel free to chime in. I'll read some comments. To feel satisfied with a debut from J-Mo, what does it have to look like? You can give me stats. You can give me what it looks like, whatever it is. What does it have to look like on Sunday?
I mean, to me, if you want to go statistically, I think I'd be like thrilled if J-Mo gets like 4 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. But what really matters, just because you're talking about, is the Rams, Jeff. I know you think it's going to be a pushover game, but no, this is going to be a dogfight. I think if Jameson Williams can make crucial catches on second, third down to move the chains, because if he's speaking like, oh, I want to get the most yards and touchdowns out of all the wide receivers in the NFL, that boy knows he's about to get some volume. So I think they're going to be trying to lock down Amon-Ra St. Brown, especially because they're really familiar with what his game is, played against him in the playoffs last year. So they want to neutralize it because that's the number one target through the air. But Jameson Williams, he's going to have a couple one-on-one looks. And you look at Darius Williams, J-Mo's bigger than him, faster than him. Tre'Davious White, bigger. And at this point, Tre'Davious is built better, but Jameson Williams is going to, or Tre'Davious White's built bigger, but Jameson Williams is going to be able to blow by him. He's coming off 2 major injuries, so there's going to be a lot of opportunities. You got Cam Kitchens in the back end. He's a rookie coming off. There's a lot of areas where Jameson Williams could succeed here. Off play action, just make a play down the field late in the game to close it. If he has 2 catches for 60 yards, that's fine. I just want his presence to be felt on the field, even if it's making plays for other guys. I'm not going to be one of those people that are freaking out if he has a huge game in week 1 or if he doesn't, because I know Jameson Williams is a damn good football player that throughout the season is going to show up consistently. So I just want to see what he produces. My expectations, probably like 80 yards, but if he doesn't get it, I'm not freaking out.
Yeah, honestly, I said 5 to 6 catches, maybe 70, 80 yards, and then kind of just what Lucas said, make an impact, stretch the field, make your presence known. Like you said, this is a good opportunity. The Rams secondary is good, but there's not great. There's a lot of opportunities for J-Mo to stretch the field, even make his teammates or let his teammates get open, and then for himself too. So I would say 5 to 6 catches, 70, 80 yards. That would be an ideal start for J-Mo. But if he gets a little bit less than that, maybe and still around the catch range, it's just making a positive impact out there. That's really all it is.
Mm-hmm.
You want me? Hey, J-Mo. This is where I'm at with J-Mo. J-Mo needs. I think J-Mo has a big Sunday. He has a big Sunday night. The narrative of Jameson Williams, it's been getting built. You're in primetime Sunday night football. We've seen J-Mo last year in spots as a wide receiver 3-4. Go out there and like in the 49ers game, big time game, NFC championship game. Starts off the game with the 50-yard end around for a touchdown. No one touches it. Ends the game when you're on it. You're trying to come back. He ends the game with a touchdown catch in the back of the end zone. Great catch. Like you've seen him versus, the Vikings when he got his first touchdown. You've seen him versus the Bucs make a big play. You've seen in Dallas he made a big play. Like J-Mo's made big plays in big games. Now he's starting to get production. Like his usage rate is probably what was it at last year? A couple percent, like barely anything. Like that's going to triple, like because it was so low. Like his usage rate's going to go up significantly this season. And on Sunday night, guys, I've been saying it all off season. You give more opportunities to Jameson Williams, he's going to turn. What's the saying? Turn something into like what is that? Someone help me out here.
I mean, what? Turn water into wine?
Turn water into wine. Let this man, J-Mo, turn wheat into beer. Let him do something. Let this man go out there and cook. And I think he does it. Like, the more touches he gets, the more he's going to do. Last year, this guy's getting 2 or 3 touches, 3 or 4 touches a game, and he's putting up in some of his better games 60, 70 yards and multiple touchdowns. This year, like Sunday, he's going to go out there. He's going to get 5, 6, 7 touches, and those 5, 6, 7 touches are going to go for over 100 all-purpose yards. And he's going to at least have a touchdown on Sunday. Like, they're going to find ways to put this guy in, Jameson Williams, in so many different positions to be successful. Get him in the open field. The one thing I do, and this is what I've spoke about before, I really want to hear or want to see, is J-Mo taking over that Josh Reynolds role when it comes to the third down, like those third and longs. And I know in class we talked about it. He might not be the style of player, but more so just, hey, people are going to be a magnet on Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs on third and long. J-Mo's going to be that fourth guy there where maybe people take their eye off him a little bit because of those other guys. And I want to see Jameson Williams be that third down kind of target like Josh Reynolds was, or that red zone target that Josh Reynolds was for Jared Goff. And I think it's going to happen. Give me 100 all-purpose yards plus and a touchdown for Jameson Williams on Sunday night, boys.
When Brad Holmes drafted this man, 12th overall, you drafted a game changer. That's why you took him. Okay. And although we haven't seen the sample size because of a lot of reasons, health in the first season or getting suspended, whatever, this is the year you start to see, okay, this is why we took this man 12th overall. He has game-changing ability. That's what I want to see. You know, I'm not saying go out there and be better than Amon-Ra St. Brown, but go out there and make, like Mike kind of alluded to when he was talking about it, make impactful plays. It's not just about stats. Like, I want to look at the stat sheet and see 70, 80 yards. Of course I do. You know, a couple catches. But I want to see, to your point, Booner, third down or tied game. He catches a 40-yard bomb for a TD. I want to see impactful plays, big plays, because that's what you're going to ask out of him being your wide receiver too. You look around the league, you look at great wide receiver cores. Even go to the Eagles, first one that came to my mind. Devonta Smith is a wide receiver too. What does he do? He comes alive when they need him to. He makes big plays when they need him to. When A.J. Brown can't come up with a catch or they're focused on A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith comes alive. That's what I want to see with J-Mo. The attention will be on Amon-Ra St. Brown. No question. Sam Laporta. Jameson, there'll be attention on him, of course, and they'll have a safety already focused on J-Mo given his speed. But I want to see some impactful plays on Sunday. And like I said, if I want to give a yards, I'll go, anywhere from 70 to 80, somewhere in that range, around that range, about 4 catches. He gets 4 for 80. I'm happy. And again, the blocking in the run game, he brings other things to the table that I do really want to see on display. But that's where I'm at with J-Mo.
Do you guys think that J-Mo is going to be, because I think there is a sense of, like, in the NFL, like, you do see teams that have like 1 or 2 really good players, like, let's say like the Eagles, who have Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, to your example, Jeff. And like last year they had DeAndre Swift. Do you think there's like a sense of, like, you have Amon-Ra, J-Mo, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, D-Mont? Like, imagine at one time all of them on the field. And then you had like a Tim Patrick in. Someone's got to be open. Like, you can't guard all of them. Like, to me, the order goes like Amon-Ra, Sam Laporta, Gibbs, and then it's like J-Mo. So I just like I feel like the breakout stuff for him, it just seems so more real, like very realistic, because like this guy's going to have so many opportunities. Like, defenses are going to have to fall asleep on someone at some point. Like the Rams secondary, they have a couple of good guys, but they don't have, like, that secondary is not going to be able to stick up with this what they're about to see Sunday. So it's like, that's where I'm starting to draw the line a little bit to where it's like J-Mo, like, that 1,000 yards isn't crazy because he's going to be open so much because he's on such a good offense. And like a guy like Ben Johnson, he's the best OC in the NFL. Ben Johnson's going to make sure, like, if that's happening, he's going to get him the rock. And Jared Goff is one of the best at reading, like making reads. He's going to, like, it's just hard for me to believe that J-Mo doesn't have that breakout year. And even this Sunday, like that first week where no one has film on these guys with this new J-Mo look and these new guys, like, I can't see the fact that the Rams and a new DC there, a first-time DC with the Rams, I can't see them being able to stop a guy like J-Mo. I just can't wrap my head around it.
Imagine your first game as a defensive coordinator and you're going up against Ben Johnson with all these weapons around him. Like, he's just completely – there's levels to this game, and I think Ben Johnson's going to – I think the Rams, like, defensively, like, they'll be all right. Like, I don't think they'll be bad by any means, but there'll be a couple plays where you're just like – this offense is ready to go win a Super Bowl.
This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.